Pretty sure. All right, all right. I think there's a lot more to you. I'm very sure we can get to the bottom of it. Can you tell us a little bit about how you discovered cosplay?
Oh, that's a funny story, to be fair. It was when I was around, it started with anime. It always starts with anime. I got introduced into the anime world in like 2013 by a friend when Attack on Titan was still in this first season and airing. So she showed me Attack on Titan, and I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck? What's this? Like, what the hell? What kind of language are they speaking? What is this stuff?" It's like it's Japanese, and it's like, "Oh my god, that's so weird, but it's kind of cool." Then I binged like all the episodes that were on, and I got into anime because of that friend. And then at some point, I started searching up characters from the animes that I was interested in. Like, oh, like how did she full look like? Or like what was the full outfit? And then I started seeing more and more people dressed up as them. So then, me being curious, I was like, wait, what is that? So I searched it up and it was cosplay. And then I found out that there were cosplay events in the Netherlands where I live nearby. So I grabbed all my birthday money I had from that year and I bought myself the cheapest but kind of expensive Sword Art Online Asuna Yuki cosplay I could get. My mom wasn't very happy about it though. She was very upset. She was like, why are you dressing up? You're not 6 anymore. It's like, Mom, it's not a phase. 7 years later, I'm still doing it. But so I went to my first convention after searching up characters of the animes. And that's kind of how I got into cosplay.
I see, I see. I tend to notice that with a lot of people when it comes to cosplay, they usually have a friend that corrupts them. I mean, converts them over.
Yes.
And it's always with anime, sometimes with games, but it's usually with anime culture.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool that as soon as you got into anime, you got into cosplay, and then you went into a convention. It seems like you were really like attracted to the entire scene and what it had to offer from the jump.
Yeah. My father always said, like, Jen, I am pretty sure you're just born in the wrong country. And he keeps saying that. And I was like, Dad, I mean, if I would have if I would have born in Japan, my life would be so much more different and I wouldn't be where I am right now and all that stuff. So I think I'm born in the correct country and that I discovered my passion through friends. So it's all good.
To have a parent say something like that, it means that they're paying attention to what you're doing and also what your hobbies are. You've been going at cosplay for so many years now. Do your parents still ask you like, what are you doing with cosplay, or are they more interested in the direction that you're going with your hobby and even your career?
Yeah, at first my mom was pretty, like there's this thing in Holland, it's carnival, and it's also like people dressing up, but then as like farmers and like, kind of Halloween stuff. But then we have that in Holland, carnival, and it's like more than a month in a year, like at some district. And my mom would always say that it's the same thing. While it's not the same thing. So that got me upset. My mom didn't really support me at first, but now that she has seen that I'm growing a lot with it, I'm going international, I have some paid jobs and everything. She supports me a bit more sometimes. Not if she hears the amount of money it gets put into. But she's like, you get your own thing as long as you can pay your own bills, like you're doing, it's all good. And then you got my dad. My parents are divorced. So mom, dad, always separate. My dad has always been super supportive towards me. He brought me to conventions, he picked me up, he encouraged me. I even converted him to cosplay steampunk for like steampunk events because that's more of his jam. So like, you know what, you should try, cosplaying steampunk stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, might give it a try. And then I did like a steampunk cosplay with my dad. And then after he broke up with his girlfriend, he stopped doing it. So yeah, my dad is really supportive. My mom a bit less, but she appreciates what I do, I think.
Well, at least they're interested in what you're doing. And the fact that your father even gave it a shot, that's still something that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
So I want to build off that question a little bit and that answer. You said that you got into conventions pretty early on and you've been able to get like jobs and make this into a career and be able to support yourself, which is really amazing because in
Yeah.
cosplay, that wasn't necessarily the case 10 years ago, but it's becoming more and more of a reality today. I'd love to hear a little bit more about the subsequent conventions that you went to and how opportunities started coming to you through cosplay.
Yeah. So I started in like 2014 or 15. I was like 14, 15 when I started. I think the last 3 years, yeah, 3 years, I've been doing it more professionally since I moved out of my parents' house and I got my own apartment. So I made my own studio, like photographing studio for the cosplay pictures. Then I started emailing conventions in the Netherlands asking if I could come over as press or just a guest. Since I already built up quite a platform at that point, I think I was around when I started around when I was 18. I think I had around, what is it, 5K followers. I think it was. And at first, there was this convention, First Look Festival, where I got in as press, which was really nice. So you know, I mingled there, talked with the people there, with the other press, building some contacts. And then at some point, I started emailing conventions in Belgium asking for access. Some of them did not give it, but I would still go either way because even if I wouldn't get free access, I would still go because a convention is a convention. And if I can see people or meet new people or meet fans, I would do it anyways. And at some point, First Look Festival had their cosplay organizer that got fired by them. And that event, I was there when it did not go well. So I emailed them back like, hey, I noticed that this and this was off. If you need somebody to help, I am completely down to help. Like I am all ears. I don't need anything from it. Like I do it because I like to. And then I got an email back about a month later, and they asked for a test run. So the next convention of theirs, I would be there, fix all the cosplay stuff. And I did that, and it went great. And now I'm basically permanent there. And because of that, like I think about a half year ago, they got contacted by a esport company here in Amsterdam, and they gave my email, of course, because I do work for them, but I'm not officially employed. I'm like an extra person that helps with the cosplay area and the anime and all those. So I got an email from the esport company asking if I would work for them as well. And I was like, you know what? Why not? Sure. And then it was like, yeah, but how much would you like to get paid? It's like, I don't really need to get paid. I do this because I like to do this. But then it's like, well, if you're gonna work for us, like, so you're gonna do like certain gigs, you are getting paid. It's like, okay, I guess, sure, I do it because I like to. And that's when I really started getting paid for it, but by companies. Otherwise, I did have my Patreon that I've been growing or trying to grow, where I have my fans that pay monthly.